Heart pumping. Muscles extending. Every body is a miracle. And though we share so much, everybody is unique. What's your passion? Hold on to it. We're here to help with a personalized approach to a healthier you. Hawaii Pacific Health.
And welcome back to the 40th running of the Iolani Classic presented by Hawaii Pacific Health. 3 of the 4 tickets have been punched to the semifinals. Brewster, Veritas, Utah Prep. The last ticket about to be punched here. Imhotep against Oak Hill. My name's Karuichi. I'm joined alongside by Dean Shimamoto. What a show we just got to see between Utah Prep and the host Iolani.
Yeah, not a close game by any means, but it was always impressive. They had a few breakaway dunks. Maybe the best in-game dunk in Iolani Classic history, potentially. But there were incredible games earlier today. Quarterfinal round absolutely did not disappoint. It was so special from the 3:30 game on. I know it's been a long day for a lot of us who have been here, but it's been great basketball as well.
It has. Brewster Academy was that first quarterfinal that you talked about. They defeated Wheeler. And then the second quarterfinal, Veritas upset Paul VI. And then in the last quarterfinal, Utah Prep defeated Iolani, which sets us up here. Panthers taking on the Warriors. Philadelphia versus Mouth of Wilson, Virginia. What are your keys to the game here for both sides to start?
If it's anything like the first few quarterfinals that we had here today, it's going to be a pretty physical game. The teams are going to go back and forth, so it's going to be a significant jump from their first round opponents. Not quite blowouts. I was going to say blowouts because that's been the case in general for most of these teams, but Oak Hill Academy really got tested by Punahou, just a 15-point win. It was a tight game all the way through 3 quarters. So maybe they got a little better of a run. They had to face that competition, rise their level themselves already. So maybe they come in a little bit more prepared to compete here, but they're not going to be able to kind of go slow or ease their way into this game as they did against Punahou and then pull away late. This is going to be a battle from the beginning. So controlling the tempo, managing the physicality, and feeling these teams out, finding ways to buckets. And that's where Oak Hill struggled a little bit. Imhotep had a little easier time, but Oak Hill's a different opponent than what Imhotep faced in the first round themselves. So we'll see. It's going to be an easy going, I guess, start. They're going to feel each other out, and then it'll start going.
So starters for the Warriors out of Oak Hill, designated visiting team. Same starting 5, Donovan Williams Jr., DeMarco Johnson, DeAndrea Lindsay, Howard Williams, Ethan Mbako. Then for the for the Panthers, Imhotep Charter Panthers. One change to their starting lineup, RJ Smith, Carnell Henderson, Latif Lorenzano White, Zion Green are now joined in the starting lineup by Ian Smith, a 5'11 freshman, taking the place of Kevin Benson III, who started yesterday. Now they're trying an extra point guard in there.
Yeah, a lot of quick guards there on the floor. RJ Smith was impressive in the first round game. The burst that he has, just a blur with the ball, even without it. Sometimes he's by you before you even realize it. You don't close out properly, he's going to the rack. But this team passes so well as well. They are able to get there to the finish, but they can swing it. They'll look for their open man. Just well-disciplined, and I think we're going to see a lot of that. 2 great coaches sitting on the sideline, great coaching staffs. So as we said, I'm expecting another battle.
In the circle, Lindsay for the Warriors, Lorenzano White for the Panthers, and Lindsay's tip, powerful one, went out of bounds there. Johnson tried to get it before it went out on that sideline. So Ian Smith will inbound it to RJ Smith. And the Panthers have their first possession here. Lorenzano White drops it off. RJ Smith over to Ian Smith. RJ gets it back. Baseline jumper. Henderson Gets the scoring underway there.
Great action, good ball movement there by Imhotep. You can see Oak Hill really sitting, especially when RJ Smith had the ball. The other 4 defenders sitting in the key in help position, but great movement, got that swing, wide open baseline shot.
One big step in the lane, Johnson can't finish. Ian Smith out in front of the back pack. Contested there by Williams. Out of bounds last touch by Oak Hill.
The speed in the backcourt, 0 and 1. They are just flying around, Smith and Smith. They just get out in transition so quickly, and they're attacking the rim.
Lorenzano White catches the inbound pass. Now in the corner, driving baseline. It's poked away. Help defender came in, Mbako. Now they give it to Williams. The trailer in transition, off glass. Count the basket and 1.
Oak Hill working that transition, that slow transition game. It wasn't a wide open fast break, just caught the trailer. Williams coming down the lane, strong finish. Kind of cleared it out with that left hand, but able to get that soft hook to go and take the contact. Chance to earn 3.
Free throw up, it is good. Early lead here for Oak Hill. 3-2, 6:48 to go in the first. Up top they go, Zion Green. Gives it off to RJ Smith. He'll pull it back out. Mbako claps, he's ready defensively. Goes through that green screen, still on Smith. And Mbako will get whistled for the foul.
Mbako, tough defender, strong body, long arms. Nice 6'6" frame. But interesting to see early in the game. You want to see how teams are playing certain actions, and coming out against that pick and roll, they're deciding to hedge and not switch. A lot of teams these days switch or play drop, and they're deciding to stick with their man best they can.
That shot was blocked from behind by Johnson. 3-ball, Williams buries it.
And nice patience there by Williams. Just sat, looked, realized his defender was sagging and decided to pull it.
He got to the corner, Lorenzano White. They swing along the perimeter now. Green with it, right wing. Working on Mbako. Stripped it the first time, got it back, went back up. But a held ball. Possession goes to Oak Hill.
So impressive by Mbako and that entire defense. Active hands, got the strip early, they went up for the block, and he already has a foul, so can't afford to pick up that second foul. This early here in the first quarter.
Mbako will bring it into the front court. It's poked away by Carnell Henderson. And he will drop it in. All 4 points for the Panthers coming away. Carnell Henderson. Bounce pass to the corner. Lindsay takes a shot. Back rim, no. Rebound taken by Henderson. Lorenzano White up ahead. Zion Green tried to drop it off to Smith. Ian Smith couldn't handle that bounce pass.
Good vision, made the right pass. Looked like it was pretty accurate, just slipped through the hands of Smith, who was possibly trying to go up before he caught it. You see that sometimes with the receivers looking downfield, looking at the end zone before they secure the ball. Same with Smith.
5:07 to go in the first quarter. Oak Hill up 6-4 over the Panthers. And they're going to switch it. It's a tipped out of bounds by White. So Oak Hill will have another opportunity here. Johnson gets it over to Mbako. Driving in the lane, body hits the deck. A blocking foul called on Ian Smith.
Best action when Oak Hill is going to the basket. They did have that one opportunity from 3 with the defender sagging. But there came off of that high ball screen. The hedge not strong enough. Allowed Mbako to turn the corner and then Smith got over late, and good call on the baseline, and no argument here from the coaches.
First free throw rattles around. Second free throw, nothing but net there. Lead goes back up to 3. RJ Smith with the handle. Lorenzano White facing up, driving from the 3-point line, finishes with the left.
Lorenzano White was so active in that last game, especially on the boards, but he's crafty, has that left-handed finish, is so long. He's a tough guard, mismatched guy, puts in a lot of effort as well.
Lindsay for 3, no. Carnell Henderson grabs it down and secures it with one hand. RJ Smith, hesitation, now the drive, kick out. Henderson faked the 3. Tried to get it to the cutting Smith. Just not catching it cleanly.
Yeah, similar thing. Got to get on that jugs machine, maybe. Catch some extra balls, because he's making the right cuts. Right pass is being made. It was a beautiful possession by Imhotep. Drive, swing, swing, attack, kick for the back door. Just couldn't finish that play.
They drop it off to Williams. Into the corner they go for Johnson. Left-handed pass. Lindsay for 3, misses everything. Clean up. Howard Williams, he has 5.
Williams had the mismatch the entire possession. They tried to work it to him in the post. Smith did a nice job of fronting, but when you front and then a shot comes off, then you're behind the offensive player and they're able to get that rebound.
Green elevates for 3. It's the front rim. Williams comes down with the board. Johnson bounce pass down low. Lindsay working on the smaller Henderson. Draws a foul.
Again, attacking the basket, getting it inside. A lot of great opportunities coming for the Warriors when they find their way into the paint, whether it's an offensive rebound, an attack off the dribble, or even a post opportunity. So continuing to work it in there may give them an advantage throughout the rest of this game.
Lindsay's first free throw. Nothing but net there. Oak Hill up 10-6. Second free throw up, and it is good. 11-6, Oak Hill up by 5, 3:20 to go in the first. Green on the drive, gets fouled on the way up. Took it strong to the cup.
Pretty interesting there for the Panthers. Take out Lorenzano White. So they had gotten pounded a little bit on the inside. Offensive rebound, post opportunity. And you think maybe they're going to try and go bigger. They actually go smaller, spread them out, and attempt to create some mismatches on the perimeter in that 5-out action. And that's what they got. Spread out that defense and attack to the rim with a foul.
It's the second team foul on Oak Hill in the first quarter. Green knocks down the second one. Up, in and out. Rebound taken by the Warriors. Just over 3 minutes to go. Johnson dribbled it off his foot and out of bounds. Once again, you talked about it earlier. RJ Smith, always on that ball handler, it seems.
Just so quick. Quick hands, quick feet, explosive. You never know really what's going to happen, whether it's offense or defense. It's just a blur.
Carnell Henderson coming off that curl, got the handoff. Now RJ Smith, kick out, corner 3, Talasi Henderson, no. RJ Smith, offensive rebound. Elbow jumper, mid-range for Kevin Benson, the third. They wanted a foul. He came up short. Illegal screen called.
I didn't quite see that one. Looked decent from this angle, but referee Eric Morales saw it differently.
That is a second foul on Jed Ethan Nansha.
Just saw a replay, still didn't see it on the replay. Looked like we had the same angle. But again, sometimes that perspective, it just depends how you're looking at it, and maybe we were shadowed away from that.
That time on the drive, Carnell Henderson tried to pivot. That pivot foot just slid. Called for travel. Nansha still in the game with his 2 fouls. They tried to give it to him.
Panthers picking up in the full court. We saw more presses, more doubles in their first round game against Kamehameha. This time electing to stay home, but picking up in full court as well.
3-ball Williams connects. He has 8 points. The lead has doubled to 7. Doubling up the Panthers here are the Warriors.
That look was just too clean. Had the opportunity to square up, look at it, and look at it again. Realized he was still open, took his time.
Green still with the rock. Lost it on the drive. They get another chance here.
Green with that long frame, so versatile, able to take it from the perimeter to the basket, but Oak Hill sitting in that drive lane. Poked that ball away, got the deflection.
Minute 40 to go. Off that inbounds. Found the cutting, Lorenzano White. Nice easy basket there.
Yeah, beautifully executed. RJ Smith ended up picking up that back screen for Lorenzano White. Simple action.
Mbako on the drive. Can't finish. Offensive rebound, Lindsay. Might have got blocked from behind by Green. Carnell Henderson comes away with it. RJ Smith. Bounce pass along the baseline. 2 big steps to Lassie Henderson up with the right.
A beautiful drive by Henderson. Just that slow, not quite a Euro, the big long step. Got him across the lane and opened up a easy shot off the board.
Zoran with it. Nearly poked away. He hits the deck. They wanted a travel called. That pass tipped. Lindsay, right wing 3. Lines it up too strong. Offensive rebound. Johnson. And he is fouled by RJ Smith.
Warriors staying active on the glass. Again, finding their way into the paint. Offensive rebounds, post opportunities, drives to the basket. I know they've knocked down some threes, but it really seems to be that their inside game, what they're doing around the paint, is what's opening up those shots. And we said 2 of those opportunities just wide open. Imhotep well aware that they don't want to keep allowing the Warriors to find their way into that spot and give them offensive chances that are higher percentage. So got to take one away, but you can't just give those open looks on the perimeter.
DeMarco Johnson splits the pair there. Grows the lead back up to 4. Shot clock turned off here, 25 seconds to go in the first quarter. Ian Smith, primary ball handler now. RJ Smith getting a quick break here. 12 seconds and counting.
So previous years, there used to be a 5-second count, no longer a count in high school basketball.
Bullet pass over to Green. Can't finish on the first. His follow is good. Yes, use those long arms there. Put it up and in. And at the end of the first quarter, Oak Hill clinging to a 2-point lead, 15-13. We're Imhotep. You're watching the Iolani Classic presented by Hawaii Pacific Health.
Rox, what's going on over there? Come on. Some kind of orangey stuff.
I think it's orange oil.
Orange oil? What's that about?
For termites.
We should do that. But I don't think our guys do that.
So why don't we get the right guys?
At Pest Tech Hawaii, we offer orange oil treatment as an alternative to tent fumigation. So let our guys be your guys.
We're Pest Tech Hawaii.
Welcome to Hilo, Hawaii, where the water is as pure as the aloha that flows through it. Waiakea water is naturally alkaline, full of minerals and electrolytes, and always giving back to our planet and people. Live aloha, drink Waiakea.
Coming into the second quarter here. Oak Hill up by 2. What would be your initial thoughts?
Just like we thought, really the game going back and forth, teams feeling each other out, seeing how they're going to play defense, where the opportunities are going to come from, and both teams will be making adjustments as well as the game goes by. But I thought that Oak Hill looked like the better team, even though it's just a slim lead.
RJ Smith comes from behind, picks the pocket. Bounce pass over to Carnell Henderson. Couldn't catch it cleanly. He'll pull it back out. Now up top they go, Zion Green. Hands it off to Lorenzano White. Got it poked away by Lindsay. Ian Smith all over Mbako. 3-ball, Williams. 2 in a row for him.
Williams feeling good about that shot. You saw him on the trail calling for the ball. Stepped right into that 3.
Swing into the quarter. Carnell Henderson for 3, no. Lindsay with the board. Smith poked that out of bounds. It's Williams. Just trying to initiate a drive there.
Smith really is the engine that makes this Panther team go. He's disruptive defensively. We saw him already get a few takeaways and turnovers. Because the offensive opportunities for this Panther team have been few and far between, especially in the half court. They haven't gotten a lot of great action and found their way to the rim. It's mostly been in transition where they've found themselves getting, higher percentage looks and opportunities.
Carnell Henderson will take a seat with his 2 fouls. In comes Talasi Henderson. Williams, does he have 3 in a row? He does.
Williams, just a tough guard, standing at 6'7", high release. But each one of those makes have seemed really balanced and in control.
Ball out of bounds. Turnover there for the Panthers.
Donovan Williams defensively is just incredible. I mean, he has long arms, not that tall. I mean, maybe 6'2", but he can really elevate, times it well.
Someone's got to stop Howard Williams. He has 8 points in this second quarter, all 8. Henderson on the drive, cut off. Had the cut in Green. Found its way to Smith. And Ian Smith went under the arms of Williams off glass.
As we said, seems like those offensive chances haven't come that often. Even that, kind of a broken play. Howard Williams, hot from the field to say the least. 2 for 2 from 3 for 3 from 2, 3 for 3 from 3, 1 for 1 from the free throw line. So he's been perfect, literally perfect, from all over the court.
That foul, the second on Ian Smith. He'll take a break here. As Carnell Henderson checks back in with his 2. Mbako gets the inbounds. It's it back to DeMarco Johnson. Left wing, Mbako nails the 3.
That was fairly well defended. Got a hand up, but that high, long, almost sideways release by Mbako, able to get it to go.
And a travel called. With that last 3 that they just made, they equaled their total from their first round game against Punahou. Oak Hill shooting it better to start this game here. Up by 11, 26-15, 5:14 to go in the first half. Williams, 4 in a row.
Just stays perfect. Imhotep trying to create action, trying to turn some defense into offense, sent the trap. But DeMarco Johnson just stayed composed, watched the rotation move off to the right side and passed it over to his left. And who was standing there? The hottest shooter in the gym, Howard Williams.
He is 19 points. And what is this? 11 minutes into the game, 19 points. We talked about it earlier, 4 of 4 from behind the arc, 3 of 3 from 2, 1 of 1 from the free throw line.
But really all great shots. So he's taken and made 7 shots. I would say 6 of those were squared up, wide open looks like that last 3. Able to get an and one opportunity, and maybe the toughest one, a little bit of fade on that last 3-point attempt prior, but not much. So shot selection is so important when you're trying to go get buckets. So he's had great shot selection and then just accurate once he takes those shots.
And Oak Hill fans, he's only a sophomore. Listed at 6'7". He'll have 2 more years, plus this season with him. Has just 3 offers, but guaranteed there are more on the way for Howard Williams.
Absolutely more to come. But we said it after the first round, and we talked about it. Who's the favorite? Who do you think's going to win? And I got that question quite a bit over the course of today. And I said it's so hard to tell when they're playing against local teams. A lot of these teams really rise to the competition. And I've seen teams look sleepy on day 1 and just completely transform themselves in day 2 when the lights come on and they know the competition is going to be a little bit different here in the quarterfinals, and I think that's what you're seeing out of Oak Hill.
5 seconds on the shot clock. Green on the drive. Lefty finish, no. Put back, no from Henderson. Talasi Henderson comes away with it. Another opportunity here. Carnell Henderson, his pass along the baseline. Went off of Lindsay's arm. Hit the baseline.
Oak Hill playing so well defensively. In the help lanes, containing the ball. But, you know, we talked about Oak Hill and saying maybe they were a little sleepy in that first round game, but that's not to demean a team like Punahou, because the talent that they have on that roster, the emergence of Tanoa Scanlon, Zion White, a special kind of athlete, Dane Kellner, just so many guys there on that roster can go out and get buckets, and they gave this Oak Hill team that you're seeing today really a run for their money. A 4-point game going into the 4th quarter. So they were right there with it.
And in that sequence, tough take there. Lorenzano White threw some contact on that drive finish with the left. Stops the bleeding just a little bit. Still down by 12, 29-17. Just over 4 minutes to go in the first half. Johnson finally cutting. Williams Jr. Donovan Williams Jr. now has 5.
Just beautifully executed by the Warriors. So many of these past Warrior teams were loaded with big name one-on-one level talent, and they would just kind of overwhelm you with their athleticism. And this is a different kind of team. More discipline, going out to execute, running sets. It's not as though the past Oak Hill teams didn't do that, but this team seems to rely more on those options.
Running sets and knocking down shots. Williams Jr. connects, second 3, that shot blocked. Up ahead they go, Mbako, lob it up, Lindsay, throw it down.
Picture perfect. Picture perfect in transition. Grab the rebound, long, chest pass, outlet, deep. I don't believe the ball hit the floor. I threw the lob immediately and just connected. That was 94 feet in about 2 seconds.
The Panthers spring up, call another timeout, their second of the half. Find themselves down by 19, 36-17. 3:17 to go in the half. We talked about it a little in that first game against Kamehameha. But these Panthers, they're missing a big piece. Zahir Muhammad Gray, likely done for the year. They're 6'7" forward, just a junior. 1 more year next year.
You could see him with the large brace on that knee and walking on crutches. And when you lose a piece that big, it really does alter your game plan. Everybody else has to step up, but the option that Mohamed Gray is, standing at 6'7" himself and so versatile. Imagine having that on the floor with these quick guards and these other fillers. It really does force you to make some changes and adjust.
Benson gives it back to RJ Smith. 13 on the shot clock. He'll pull it back out. Lindsay switched onto him. He forced the pickup. And a double dribble called on RJ Smith. The length there from Lindsay, just too much.
They call that a one-man trap. You take away two sides at once. The long legs, the long arms just close that ground, and Smith had nowhere to go.
That was 5'9" against 6'8" Lindsay. Under 3 minutes to go. Oak Hill looking to extend their lead. Cross-court skip pass to the Panther bench.
They were playing so well. You know, something had to go wrong just to balance everything out. Must have been.
Zion Green finds Carnell Henderson, kicks out to the corner. Lorenzano White. Stop for the mid-range. He'll miss everything. Rebound taken by the Warriors. Williams, does he have another? He does. This time, hand in his face. It didn't matter.
I'd call that a heat check shot from about 24. Hand in the face, as you said. But still, it's one of those days.
Oak Hill gets the pick there on the drive by Smith. They go to Johnson on the drive, tried to finish with his right. Couldn't do so, but they'll get a second chance here.
Going back to Howard Williams. 5 for 5 from three-point range, 8 for 8 overall, 1 for 1 from the free throw line. Still perfect, 22 points. I don't know what he ate today, but he better eat that same thing for the next 2 days, and if so, they may be walking away with another Iolani Classic title. Howard Williams, remember the name.
The Warriors will call a 30-second timeout and draw something up here. 39-17, under 2 minutes to go.
So if you saw that Oak Hill huddle, they're wearing the Kahala performance polos. So what I've been told is that this is their second set. They like their initial set, which has been provided by one of our sponsors, Kahala Sportswear. They liked it so much that they went out and bought a whole nother set. So Iolani Raiders were wearing something similar tonight, and Oak Hill went out and got some of these, and they're looking sharp, and they're playing like this. Again, they may have to go out and get some more.
And a hold there on the inbounds. Lindsay was trying to get free, got held by Benson. You go to Johnson. Over to Mbako. He's driving through the contact. Lets out a roar.
You know what's been so impressive? As hot as Williams has been, he's not trying to run toward the ball every time someone has it. He's been pretty patient. He's allowed his defender to suck to him, which gives other guys opportunities. And you see there, Mbako able to get to the rim without the help sitting there, because they do have to go out and contest Williams.
He gets called as a second foul for Ethan Mbako. He hit to the ground after that foul, but
yeah, easily could have called a technical, decided against it. But I'm wondering if the new flop rule will come into play. So very similar to what's being called and what's available as an option to call at the collegiate level. If players flop, then they can be giving a warning, and on the second time, it can be called a technical, a team technical.
We did see the warning given out, I believe, was that yesterday? I think in one of the games there was a
Yeah,
warning
you're right.
called. We didn't see that second one though. Green for 3. Doesn't hit it. Oak Hill comes down with the rebound. Bounce pass over to Nansha. Back to Williams, baseline jumper. Rebound taken by Zion Green. Now Carnell Henderson on the drive just went right by Zoran.
That time able to get ahead of steam. You saw him moving, and just that one shake on the attack allowed him to get all the way to the rim uncontested.
Howard Williams has a screen, got his pocket picked. Carnell Henderson out in front of the pack, lays it up. .20 seconds to go here in the first half. Johnson over to Williams, 6. Finally a miss there. And Nansha got caught up in the air. Thought he had someone there. There was no one. Stepped out of bounds with it.
Oak Hill got the look they wanted to their hottest guy, uncontested, late contest.
He is human, I guess.
Yeah. Oak Hill not finishing this half how they would have liked. Couple turnovers, some runouts, and then a missed easy opportunity.
4 seconds, bounce pass over to Green in the paint, got it stripped. Lindsay wanted to heave it, but lost it on the way up about twice. At halftime, Oak Hill up 41-21. The Warriors, led by their sophomore Howard Williams, 22 points, connecting from long range, 8 of 13 to start. What would be your plan to try and slow them down if you could try if you're the Panthers?
The Panthers have tried a few things. They tried shifting up defenses. Couldn't get the turnovers. They've gotten some turnovers just playing sound half-court defense. Got some runouts, able to cut into this lead just a little bit. But they're going to have to find their way to some buckets. Oak Hill defense has been stellar. On the ball, tough. Off the ball, tough. Perfect position, cleaning up rebounds, not too many second chance opportunities. So from a defensive standpoint, to hold a team like the Panthers to 21 points at the half, I think that's where your biggest success is. And the offense is just coming with the execution. They're knocking down shots. Williams has been hot, but again, great opportunities lead to high percentage shots, and high percentage shots go in more of the time. That's why they're high percentage. So Oak Hill's been spectacular on both ends.
At halftime, we'll take a break. Oak Hill up by 20, 41-21 over Imhotep. You're watching the Iolani Classic presented by Hawaii Pacific Health.
When you come to Iolani, something you'll constantly hear is one team.
Our one-team culture began in athletics.
In arenas that demanded humble leadership
and persistent teamwork.
Over time, this ethos has found its way into almost every aspect of life at Iolani.
Ways that are both felt and found in passing.
In its simplest definition, the idea of one team isn't very unique.
We've all heard it in speeches or stories about the team over the individual.
But this implies too little for a way of life we have defined with so much.
You see, one team values shape our education.
Pairing knowledge with character.
Passion with discipline. It reminds us of humility in success.
And persistence in failure.
One team reveals that the true impact of our education doesn't only lie with what we've learned.
It develops in us values that see the compassionate choice.
Choices that give back and solve problems that matter to all of us.
It's the understanding that when we stand for each other,
we lift each other up.
The one-team spirit endures in our global community of educators and students,
artists and entrepreneurs,
doctors and lawyers and researchers and leaders,
who all recognize that the greatest challenges we face are overcome when we work together as one.
This is what we pass on to our students, faculty, families.
Because we believe this is the most gracious way to live, as well as the greatest foundation to go out into the world
with great poise, empathy, and determination.
Iolani School, one team.
Heart pumping, muscles extending. Every body is a miracle. And though we share so much, everybody is unique. What's your passion? Hold on to it. We're here to help with a personalized approach to a healthier you. Hawaii Pacific Health.
Hey, I got the job. So I can go part-time. Yes!
Some days bring new opportunities. First Hawaiian Bank can help you say yes to making the most of them. Manage your accounts, earn cash back, and when you need advice, we're here for you.
We should really get him into an art program.
No matter where your journeys take you, you can bank on the best. First Hawaiian Bank. It all starts with yes.
Back here in the lower gym, 5 minutes to go in halftime. Your score at half, Oak Hill Academy up 41-21 for the Imhotep Charter Panthers. The Oak Hill Academy Warriors coming to us from mouth of Wilson, Virginia. The Panthers, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This matchup right here, the fourth and final quarterfinal. 3 of the 4 tickets have been punched. Brewster, they defeated Wheeler in the first quarterfinal game by a score of 61-47. That one was pretty back and forth all the way up until the third quarter. Then Darian Moore, one of the guards there for Brewster, knocked down 2 triples, had a steal, finished it off with a big block down low on Tylish Jordan. And in the second quarterfinal, Veritas led for almost all the game, and they held on. Paul the Six had a fierce run at the end. They forced overtime. Almost had a shot to win at the end of regulation, but Smith lost his footing. So they defeated Paul the Six 62-56 in overtime. In the last quarterfinal, Utah Prep, led by their stud, AJ Devansa. He didn't have the scoring lead. In fact, he had just 11 points, which put him tied for 4th on the team. Anthony Felici had 21. JJ Mandequit had a couple breakaway dunks, couple steals, got in transition. He had 13. And then Devansa, actually Layden Kalka also had 13 points. Then you had AJ Devansa. Jackson Rasmussen both finished with 11 points. The Raiders, they hung tough. Aiden Wong had 10 points. Aiden Gu knocked down 2 triples. But that was a third quarterfinal. So Brewster, Veritas, Utah Prep, the 3 in so far. The first semifinal tomorrow is scheduled for a 6:30 tip. Utah Prep is awaiting the winner of this game, which at the time being at half, Oak Hill's up by 20. Then the second semifinal will be the 8 o'clock game, Brewster and Veritas. But tonight might be the 4th quarterfinal, game 8 of 8. We still have the dunk contest coming to us after this, put on by Alakai Executive Search. You see their banner across the way, right near half court, opposite of Hawaii Pacific Health. But Are you ready to? Do we know any of the contestants yet, or are
we
you at
do know some of them, but I'm
liberty?
going to leave a little surprise for the fans here that are tuning in. But there are some great dunkers that are going to be in this. It should be exciting, as it always is. Just in Hawaii, you don't have dunk contests too often, really. And I think this might be the lone one, to be honest. Every year, the best dunk contest in Hawaii is here at the Iolani Classic. And we've had some incredible dunkers come in the past. We've had former NBA dunk contest champions in the Iolani Classic dunk contest. Josh Smith, if you guys remember that name from the early 2000s, had a long career with the Hawks. Came with this team, Oak Hill Academy. But that was one of the most spectacular teams that did show up to the Classic. Rajon Rondo being on that team, Josh Smith. Incredible squad. I think they ended up winning the national championship that year. But Josh Smith was, wow.
And following that, I'm looking down at the baseline here on the Diamond Head side. I believe if my memory serves me right, in 2015, Iolani's representative, is that him down there, Robbie Mann?
Robbie Mann, just a sophomore. I was coaching at the time. I said, you have to enter the dunk contest. I think he actually entered in the 2013 potentially when he was a sophomore. He's a 2016
grad.
So 14, 15, 16. So I believe it was 2013 in the Iolani Classic. And just a sophomore, threw a lob to himself, caught it, punched it. Not an easy thing to do. So this year, no local contestants. We tried to get some of the guys out here, and there are some leapers on rosters. A lot of volleyball players here in the islands, but a lot of athletes, and Zion White being one of them. We wanted to have him join in the dunk contest. Wasn't able to go.
Yeah, I walked past Robbie. He said, if you give me a jersey, I'll give it a shot.
He's still in phenomenal shape. Robbie Mann, the 2016 ILH Player of the Year, All Hawaii selection, All State member, state champion, led the ILH in scoring his senior year.
Yeah, I told him I'm working on getting him his jersey. I don't know if that'll actually come to fruition. Lindsay, the Warriors, he'll take a three, misses it to the right. Rebound goes out of bounds there to start the second half. Carter Wechi, Dean Shimamoto here on the call. Fourth and final quarterfinal.
Yeah, interested to see what the Panthers are going to do offensively, what adjustments they're going to make to find their way to more buckets. The thing was, Oak Hill wasn't doing anything tricky. It wasn't a gimmick type of defense. They weren't playing a strange zone. They just played great man-to-man.
Lorenzano White baseline jumper, too strong. Williams with the board.
Noted it earlier, and he said Lorenzano White in the last game found his way to the offensive glass quite a bit. That time shooting the jumper, no one around, even in the paint for Imhotep.
Williams catches it in the post, fadeaway jump shot from the baseline over the smaller defender. Of course he'd make it.
Yeah, recognize the mismatch though. He's doing a special job of just giving what the defense is offering to him, and earlier it was wide open threes, so he was cashing in on those. This time it was a post opportunity against a much smaller Smith.
Lorenzano White will try a three, comes up short. Lindsay with the board. Johnson brings it into the front court, working on Ian Smith. Elbow jumper. No good there for Johnson. And Lorenzano White tried to find Ian Smith down the court. Pass too high.
That's one of those things they were probably looking for. Talked about at halftime. Get the ball up the floor quicker, not have to play against this set Oak Hill man-to-man D, which has been tough. So get those long outlets, push it, attack early.
Williams misses that jumper. Carnell Henderson going right at Howard Williams. Can't finish it. Warriors back in transition.
Again, another attempt at early offense. Good attack, but good contest also.
And Lindsay finally gets one to go. He's been trying.
That 6'8" Lindsay just knocks it down with ease from the top of the key. You combine that with 6'7" Howard Williams, also able to make shots. And Mbako's no small guy himself, listed at 6'6".
Zion Green. One off the foot of Lindsay. 15 seconds to get a shot off here. Ian Smith working on Williams. Step back jumper, foot on the line. No good on that shot. Johnson head up. Lindsay had the screen, kind of shooting him. Williams catches it. Now on the drive. Tried to get it to the cutting Lindsay, but it's stripped away. And out in transition, Carnell Henderson. Just about 3 minutes gone here in the third quarter. Oak Hill up by 23, 46-23. Johnson takes it the length of the way. Tried to put a poster up. Three ball on the corner, Ethan Mbako.
Just said his name and right on cue, knocks down that three from the corner. Attempt at the rim, so gave up the two, got the three. Fair trade.
Zion Green in the paint down low. Hook shot works.
Zion Green, the 6'10" wing. Another sophomore. See how skilled he is at 6'10", what he's able to do, get to the rim, knock it down.
Step back three, Mbako hits the deck. Nothing but net. Lets him hear about it a little bit as well.
And when you're shooting like that, you can say just about anything you want.
Now Green on the drive, taking it right at Lindsay and one. Then we'll pick up a technical foul.
Little talking earlier on the contest by Green. Green got caught up. It made the hard drive to the basket, finished through contact, but felt like he had to say something right back, and just a little too obvious with the bump. Second time now, he's gonna have to just keep his head. I mean, such a talented player. Doesn't need to do those things. Can really let his play speak for itself. Use that fire to motivate, but don't let it get out of control.
So a basket counted and one here. So one shot for Green. And he converts the three-point play. So he will sit at 8 points. Then we'll walk the other side. Ethan Mbako will step up to the line for 2 shots for that technical foul. Mbako knocks down the first. 13 points for him. He had 23 in their first round win over Punahou. Knocks them both down. Didn't even touch the rim on those 2 attempts.
Looking at the stat sheet now, I'm seeing how many threes they've made, the Oak Hill Warriors. Standing at 11, they're 11 of 17 from the field. That's 65%. When you're shooting threes at that rate, you're hard to stop, hard to close that lead.
Lindsay, there's another one, number 12.
Make that 12 for 18 now. Lindsay moving up 2 for 6.
Now they go to the corner, Talasi Henderson in the paint, follow-away shot, gets it to go.
Talasi Henderson, that crafty drive. Kind of cross-stepped into the middle, got himself some space, soft finish.
Duran just inside the free throw line, his jumper. Gets that one to go.
Duran for most of this game has just been a rebounder, making the right passes. That time showed off his ability to score.
RJ Smith will try a 3. Front rim, he hits the rim 2 more times. Eventually will drop. And RJ Smith gets into the scorer's column with that one. Full timeout called by the Panthers. 3:02 left in the third. Oak Hill 59, Imhotep 33. You're watching the Iolani Classic presented by Hawaii Pacific Health.
Your brain controls everything you think, see, and do. 80 billion cells working together, creating the essence of who you are. Strengthen your brain, strengthen your life.
Brain Health Hawaii to me is enhancing my children's potential.
Connection.
Less anxiety.
Make the happy. Improved focus.
Life-changing. Freedom.
Clarity.
Take control of your health with Brain Health Hawaii.
Back here in the lower gym, the lead has been extended here in the third quarter. 59-33 in favor of Oak Hill. Just over 11 minutes of game time left. Oak Hill will have the ball here. Hamza Zaran will inbound. Get up into the front court. Williams working on Henderson. Lost it on his drive. Lorenzano White got it ripped away from behind. Donovan Williams nearly got the strip and steal.
It's a little miscommunication there by the referees. Made the right call. Should be Panther ball, and it is. Oak Hill tried to sneak one in there. Zaran
almost got away with it. Henderson, that pass tipped away. Zaran got it on the inbounds. Mbako driving to the cup. Foul before the shot. Go on RJ Smith.
Warriors just staying aggressive. It seems as though the Panthers have played a better half, at least offensively, found their way to the rim a few times. Got a quick turnover, but the lead has grown from the half. Just the shooting of these Oak Hill Warriors, and there you go, right on cue. Amazing from long range.
Hamza Zaran. Is that three number 13?
13 threes, nearly up to 68% from long range.
Smith hit the corner three. Henderson had the steal on the inbounds, had 2 tries, couldn't get it to go. Rebound finally cleared by Donovan Williams Jr. He'll bring it into the front court, 2 minutes to go. Oak Hill up a bunch, put back. Nice easy tip in there. Lindsay with 12 points.
Warriors really getting whatever they want. Open looks from 3, getting to the rim, putbacks. But you think about it, how many possessions have not been a one shot and done for Imhotep? Oak Hill Warriors stayed in front, played in front, some decent shots, but anything missed has just been cleaned up by the Warrior rebounders, and not too many extra opportunities for the Panthers.
That was nearly picked off by Benson, but it goes off of Mbako and out of bounds. Stoneman letting his boys hear it a little bit. Got a little careless on that pass.
They've been careless on a few of them. They've had some turnovers, runouts. That's been the only easy chances that Imhotep has gotten. And more or less a perfect game outside of those opportunities.
Benson got it blocked by Williams. Save attempt goes into Johnson's hands up ahead. Mbako will step back, take a 3, and knock down another.
When you got it going like that, why do you have to take a 2 when you're shooting 70% from 3-point range? Actively passed up the drive and took steps backwards to the three-point line.
Tough shot there, RJ Smith falling away from the free throw line. Under 50 seconds to go. Oak Hill up 67-35. Williams gets a screen from Mbako. Benson switches on to him. Lindsay, he'll take a three. In and out, offensive rebound. Mbako puts it back up as he was coming down to the ground. Threw it off the glass and in.
Mbako nearly at the 20-point mark, had 23 points in their last game here at the Iolani Classic, so continuing with this consistent scoring, but it's really been a team effort here by the Warriors. As we said, getting everything they want at the rim, in transition, from three-point range.
RJ Smith put his head down, took it straight to the rack. Donovan Williams got the worst of that collision there.
RJ Smith nearly impossible to take a charge on, especially he's coming with that speed, but he has that ability to change direction while still at full speed.
1.8 seconds to go in the third. RJ Smith catch and shoot, hits the front rim. And at the end of three quarters, Oak Hill opened up a big lead, 71-35. And you're watching Iolani Classic presented by Hawaii Pacific Health.
Caring for the people of Hawaii has been HMSA's mission since day one.
As a father, everybody just wants the best for their kids. HMSA allows them to get the best health care that they can get.
We believe in meeting you where you're at. That's why we have the largest choice of doctors, hospitals, and pharmacies across the state.
Having HMSA as a coverage, we know that we're gonna be covered no matter where we go.
Caring for you is our privilege. It's why we started this company. It's what we do today, and is what we'll continue to do tomorrow.
Hardware Hawaii, your Kailua hardware store. At Hardware Hawaii Kailua, helping you find what you need is our top priority. Take our lead lumberman, Eddie.
How's it?
He enjoys helping customers find what they need.
My customers are like my friends. It really makes my day when I get to help them out.
Right on, Eddie. Here in Kailua, we're here, ready to serve you. Hardware Hawaii. Customer first in Kailua.
Back here in the lower gym, fourth quarter of the fourth quarterfinal. Not every day do you see a 30-point quarter. Oak Hill did just that, 6 threes in that quarter.
Yeah, completely unexpected. I would say from the most underwhelming performance in the first round by a mainland team. Again, just a 16-point win over Punahou, to beating this Imhotep team by nearly doubling them up, or actually more than doubling them up. 36-point lead going into the fourth. What a difference a day makes.
Maybe they got some local food in between, and that's the fuel maybe.
Again, the Kahala shirts, the local food, the twin fin beds. I don't know what it is, but there's some magic about being in Hawaii for this Warrior squad. So again, they're going to try and duplicate that over the next night, so they can come into the semifinals tomorrow.
Williams, nifty dime there, elevated like he was gonna shoot it, and saw the cutting Williams and dropped it off for him.
Really just love his game. Sneaky athlete, strong frame, long arms, bouncy, but also he has great vision, handles the ball well, attacks the rack. Again, it's going to be so exciting to see him go against potentially J.J. Manquit tomorrow evening. Do not miss those semifinals. It's just going up a notch every single day.
26 points for Williams as he knocks down both. Latif Lorenzano White. The drive cut off. Kick out. Swing it to the corner to Lassie Henderson for three. And he'll answer that.
Best offensive possession, definitely of this half, potentially for the entire game there for Imhotep. Got drive kick, swung it around, got the defense moving around the perimeter side to side and able to connect on that three. It kind of looked like an Oak Hill possession, to be honest.
Johnson on the drive, kick out Mbako. Now he's on the drive, working on Henderson. Through the contact, can't finish, a little too strong on that. And Mbako, again, it whistled for a tech. Attempted to say after. Thought he got fouled.
A lot of contact there on the drive, but again, got to keep your composure. Referees are here to do their job. They're going to make calls. They're going to try and do it as consistently as they can. But got to remain respectful. Just go out and play the game. Bako's such a good player. Having a great night tonight and having a great tournament so far. But this competitiveness, even in a 35-point game, just doesn't end.
Smith goes empty on that free throws, on those 2 free throws. He'll try a 3 now from the left wing, comes up short. Lawrence on a White offensive rebound. His follow no good. Williams grabbed another board down there.
Just stacking good possessions are the Panthers' goal. So that was a good one. They ran the handoff action. Smith got a clean look from 3 uncontested. Lawrence on a White, who we said was really active in their first round game against Kamehameha, found his way to the offensive boards and got a rebound.
Johnson had the double team come for him in the backcourt. As he's trying to pass out of it, got hacked. Foul goes on Carnell Henderson.
Referee's doing a good job of trying to control this game. Maintain everyone's composure, not let it get out of hand, especially, 35-point game. Obviously, the outcome has more or less been decided, so they don't want it to get ugly.
Zaran, he connects on his second 3. Hamza Zaran.
Beautiful action on the pick and pop. So handoff to ball screen. Pop by Zaran, just clean look.
30-second timeout, Panthers.
Coach Noble will call a timeout. Coach Noble, in his 21st season in charge of the Panthers, took over in 2005. These Panthers, they won the PIAA 5A Boys Championship this past year, defeated Franklin Regional 59-48. Looking to go repeat champs there. 5:47 to go in the 4th quarter. Oak Hill doubling up. Imhotep 76-38.
Been so impressed with Coach Stoneman and these Oak Hill Academy Warriors, what he's done with this squad. Tall task that this man had, taking over for the legend, Coach Steve Smith, who is in Hawaii. He's in attendance here tonight, but more on vacation. I'm sure knocking out a couple rounds of golf, enjoying Hawaii in a different way than he's used to.
Down low, Nansha gets fouled. 2 shots at the line await him. Yeah, he paid us a visit in the middle of that second quarterfinal. He borrowed our outlet, had to charge up his phone a little bit. Came back to retrieve it in that second quarterfinal.
As we said, legend, 900+ wins for Coach Steve Smith, one of the winningest high school coaches of all time. So many pros, incredible college players have gone through that program. I'm waiting for a documentary if there isn't one already, and I'm sure there should and will be. A lot of willing people, I'm sure, would be in to participate, and could be some highlights from the Iolani Classic if possible. They've been here so many times with so many great squads.
Nansha knocks down both free throws. That bounce pass, got a bunch of hands. Now that pass broken up and stolen away. RJ Smith up and in with the right. Nick Willem into the game, gets the ball into the front court. Saxon William, sorry. Last touch by him and out of bounds. Panthers force another turnover there.
Good to see some of these reserves get in for Oak Hill Academy. Sure, Coach Stoneman wants to give his main guys some rest. He knows what it's going to be like tomorrow night against Utah Prep.
Bite in the game gets the rebound. Now leading the break. And he goes straight to the rack. He wants to get into this party.
You got to just imagine that the battles that they have in practice. So many great players, great athletes all over the floor. So if you're sitting behind one of these starters and you're going to have to go against them regularly, you're going to get better every day as well. So this is your opportunity to showcase that. Maybe earn your way into the rotation.
Chiek Bate missed the first. Second one upcoming here. Knocks it down. 79-40. Warriors up by a bunch. Green will walk into a three. Bate, another big board. You can see his athleticism. Takes it the length of the court. And this time, net at the top. Carnell Henderson blocks it out of bounds.
So for a period of time, the gym started to clear out through the early parts of this game. And then when that margin started to open up, a lot of people went outside. And the reason why they're coming back in here is they're waiting for that dunk contest to start.
Give him a good little break to get some food, late dinner. Looking down low, Njai. He earns himself 2 shots at the line. Jean Victor Njai. Green picks up foul number 4.
You see Green as well. We mentioned just a sophomore, standing at 6'10", playing for a large part of this game, but offers all over the country, and I'm sure those offers are going to continue to keep coming in. Top 25 for Imhotep. Look at him handling the ball. Hard to tell with these other big bodies out there, but he's 6'9", 6'10", handling it like a guard. Goes well to the rack. 10th grader. Sure, he and Williams will battle quite a bit over these next few years.
Oak Hill Academy, their schedule, they're part of that Nike EYBL Scholastic League, along with Brewster, Veritas, 2 of the teams that we've seen here. A couple years ago, we saw Mount Verde. All these teams, they travel across the country, play in places like Kentucky, Indiana, all over the map. All their games streamed. I forget what the channel is on YouTube, but
yeah, really just a national schedule. Like a collegiate team. A lot of these schools are homeschooled. Oak Hill Academy, a little bit different. They do have a campus. It's pretty isolated there in Virginia. And the people that know, Mouth of Wilson, Virginia. But it is a real school, so Oak Hill Academy does travel. They have probably accumulated more miles than most teams at the collegiate level, even.
Zion Green still working. Draws another foul, and he'll go to the free throw line once again.
He's worked hard throughout this entire game. But credit the Oak Hill Academy defense, just stayed in front, made every chance that he got more difficult than it needed to be, stayed in front. There was a finish at a rim. It had to finish through contact, not a lot of clean looks. And again, very few second chance opportunities for the Panthers.
Now Green gets to a double-digit mark. He knocks down both. William got trapped down there. 30-second timeout called by Coach Stoneman. Looking at the program, the enrollment for Oak Hill, 125 students. And if you go to to Imhotep. They have an enrollment, as I flip through the pages, 600. So both smaller schools. Imhotep coming off that 29-3 campaign. Then you look at a school like Brewster, 365. But Oak Hill, part of that 14-member league. I believe it's the second year that they've had that Nike EYBL Scholastic League. Zoran gets it into the front court. Bate, bounce pass down low. Njai, two-hand flush.
Njai, a familiar name. There are some other Njais that can come to the Classic, Maktar Njai among others.
That bounce pass stolen away by Nansha. Up ahead, Bate. Couple big steps from the three-point arc. He lays it up and in.
Just from the time they step on the floor, they're in attack mode instantly. 2 dribbles, I feel like, from half court. The long steps and the long reach of the arms.
Bounce pass on the cutting. Lorenzano White couldn't finish that. Good pass there, Ian Smith. Up in the air, Bate. Got it taken away by Smith. Corner 3, Benson, no. 2 bounces on the rim. And it goes off of Nansha and out of bounds. RJ Smith checks back in, out goes Ian Smith.
As it stands, just 1 player in double digits for the Imhotep Panthers. That's Carnell Henderson with 10 points. Excuse me, 2. Zion Green just hit that double-digit mark at 10 points as well.
And Zion Green did just foul out too. I don't think he realized it yet. Now he'll walk towards the sideline, finishing with his 10 points. You talked about it, more people filing back in. 1 point during that Utah Prep game against the Raiders.
You can see, yeah, you can see up top where that Iolani Classic sign is, just near the shot clock. There's a man sitting up there. We got our resident DJ here. Get ready for the dunk contest. A little extra music. Felipe Ojastro here to MC. Familiar name for the fans of OC16 Sports.
So Ron swings it over to McWilliam. Nansha, kick out. Bate for 3. Back rim. Henderson clears it out. Now full head of steam going right at Zoran. Both teams still going at it. 85-42, Oak Hill. Up a bunch.
Yeah, Henderson, one of the few bright spots offensively for the Panthers, and a lot of it has come in transition. He's so shifty, gets up to speed quickly. We've seen him blow by a couple of people, just continuing to attack, make that quick shift late, and able to finish high speeds and knock down free throws.
Knocks on the first. Second one hits the front rim. Rebound taken by Njai. That's stolen away. Lorenzano White goes right at McWilliam. Lorenzano White's been coming on as of late. And Nansha thought he was going to get the foul called. Instead called for the travel before the contact. Under 2 minutes to go. Oak Hill up by 40. RJ Smith still probing the lane. Kick out to the corner. Carter for 3. Bate with another rebound. Bate and Lorenzano White tangled feet. So both go their separate ways.
Lorenzano White just plays so hard, and it doesn't matter what point in the game it is, what the score is. You saw him attack there on that last possession, went straight at a body to try and get a bucket, and recovering in transition, got tangled up, forced that hard trip, hard fall. Mate seems okay, knocked down that free throw, tying his shoes now, just kind of gathering himself up.
He has 4 points now, matching his jersey number. Still to come tonight, Alaka'i Executive Slam Dunk Contest. Mate gets both of them to go. That shot comes up short, RJ Smith. Offensive rebound. Find a cutting Lorenzano White. He's fouled going to the rack.
There he is again, just finding himself in the middle of the action. Made the hard cut after the offensive rebound, the drive, the kick. Earned his way back to the free throw line.
Knocks down the first, nothing but net. 12 points in their opening round win against Kamehameha Schools-Kapalama. Knocks them both down. Becomes the third Panther in double figures. Bounce pass over to Zoran. Overhead pass. Taken away. Carnell Henderson comes away with it. Up ahead to RJ Smith. Lorenzano White for three. Hits it from the corner. Zoran almost got it poked away from behind. Nansha on the drive, gets the contact. Two more shots at the line.
So just 58 seconds to go, and we'll be moving into the dunk contest here at Iolani School. Takes a little bit of time to set up. We'll have a couple players from both of these teams joining in the dunk contest, so they'll have their team meetings to follow the game. Some of the guys will come on the floor, get warmed up, so you get to see some practice dunks, and the crowd will start converting over to this half-court side. You'll see them lining the court. Toughest job for the coordinators of the dunk contest is keeping people back. So much enthusiasm.
RJ Smith hit the floor hard. Fouled by Victor Njai. We will have a separate stream for the dunk contest. So after the conclusion of this game, we'll wrap it up, then switch over to that next stream.
If you're on YouTube.
If you're on YouTube. If not, just stay on Xcast. Take a little break, and then we'll come back to bring you coverage of the dunk contest, sponsored by Alaka'i Executive Search.
It's been such a long day here, you know, so many games. So today is the day of full games. So the first 2 days generally broken up into 4 games each, but today 8 games starting at 9 a.m. Punahou getting the win over Leilehua earlier in the day. Kalani beat Kapa to open it at 9. But some really good games, and some really good games coming up tomorrow. So the early games you can find, the 9, 10:30, 12 and 1:30 games, all be on YouTube.
A put back there from John Victor Njai. RJ Smith take a long three. It's the back of the rim. And that'll do it in the fourth quarterfinal. Oak Hill defeats Imhotep 93-56. That three-point shooting just too much to overcome here for the Panthers. Thank you once again, Kyle Miyamoto, providing these live stats to his best of his ability, also doubling as a PA announcer too during the game. But Oak Hill Academy, 15 of 23 from behind the arc, 65.2%. They were led by 5 three-pointers made by Howard Williams. He had 26 points. Ethan Mbako, 19 on 4 three-pointers made Three other Warriors hit 2 3-pointers apiece. I wish I had the assist count for both Williams and Johnson. They were both dropping dimes left and right to all their teammates. And then on the other side, 4 different Panthers ended up in double figures. RJ Smith, Latif Lorenzano White, Carnell Henderson, and Zion Green, the 4 for the Panthers. But the scoring, the 3-point shooting, just too much to overcome here in the 4th quarterfinal. So our semifinals are set. First one tomorrow, Utah Prep will take on Oak Hill Academy. Scheduled to tip off at 6:30 here in the lower gym. The second semifinal game will be at 8 p.m. tomorrow. Following the conclusion of that first semifinal, Brewster Academy will take on Veritas Academy, a mashup of 2 of the Nike EYBL Scholastic League teams. Oak Hill, another one. So there's 3 of those in the semifinals in front of us. You can see the crowd starting to form, like Dean Shimamoto was saying, who has now gone down there to help coordinate this whole thing. There's now a chain up there, trying to set the barriers. We will start moving to a separate stream soon. I'll wrap things up here. Oak Hill defeats Imhotep 93-56. For myself, Dean Shimamoto, Carter Uechi, Dane Kurihara back in the control room. We're signing off for the quarterfinals. We'll see you in a bit for the dunk contest. You're watching the Iolani Classic presented by Hawaii Pacific Health.
When it comes to AI, there's something big happening. The smallest things are creating giant revolutions. At Worldwide Technology, we're at the forefront of AI. With our one-of-a-kind AI Proving Ground, Cyber Range, and full-stack approach, you can build, test, protect, and implement AI solutions that deliver for you and your customers in a big way. Worldwide Technology. Together, let's make a new world happen.
Heart pumping, muscles extending. Every body is a miracle. And though we share so much, everybody is unique. What's your passion? Hold on to it. We're here to help with a personalized approach to a healthier you. Hawaii Pacific Health.